Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Today I am taking a look at my very first CZ striker fired pistol, and that is the P10. This is the C or compact version. They also make a full-size version. And if you've watched the channel before, you probably know that I'm a pretty big CZ fan, but all the CZs that I love are all hammer fired. So a friend of the channel knows that I'm a massive CZ fan and was kind enough to lend me this P10 striker fire pistol to take to the range and shoot against my VP9 and P320. And I'll have a follow-up video shooting all those side by side and seeing what the features and benefits of each of those are. But this is, again, a striker fired pistol from CZ, introduced in 2016 to compete with all the other striker fire pistols out there for military contracts. The Glocks, the P320s, the Walthers, and most notably to me, the VP9. I believe this one is next in line to replace the German military's P8s from H&K with now a P10 striker fire pistol from CZ. So I find it very interesting that the German company didn't buy the German guns, they bought the CZ, so it must mean this is a pretty darn good gun. Again, striker fire pistol introduced in 2016. This version holds 16 rounds. I think the full size may hold 2 more. Do a safety check for folks that appreciate those things. Pretty good looking pistol. This one is optics ready, and again the date code on here says this guy was produced in 2021, so it's currently 2025 as I'm making this video. About 4 years old this gun is. Comes with blacked out rear sights, blurry up close, with a very nice front post that is easy to see, and optics cut, and you do get to keep your rear sight with the optics cut that's on there. No serrations up top for glare reduction. The barrel extends a little bit beyond the slide there. You do have front and rear cocking serrations, so you do press checks. You have a 1-slot pick rail. And I do like the index points that people are putting on guns now for your trigger finger or your support thumb. So I think those are nice features. Obviously, have your takedown lever a la Glock there. You have slide stop, slide catch on each side, and the mag release is reversible. You have good stick rails on the front here. You have texturing if you're one of the folks that like to wrap your finger around that. I've never figured that out. You have a hook there as well. And a nice big undercut so you can get good high purchase on the firearm. It does look like a fairly low bore axis. I know most CZs have inverted rails, and people say they have low bore axes, including I used to say that, but that's not really the case. This one rides standard outside the rails like most other firearms. So, but it looks like a fairly low bore axis. Grip texture is good. You've got nubs around. So you have reversible, or you have interchangeable back straps, it looks like, to make it customizable to your hand fit. But for me, the big thing that stood out when I've dry fired this thing is actually the trigger. The trigger is actually really good. You do have your high-tech safety dingus you have to defeat there to fire the firearm. If you don't press that, you can't pull the trigger. But press that, you have a small bit of take-up. So a small bit of take-up there. And you're at the wall. So, yep, you're at the wall, and it has a really clean break. One more time, so we'll take up, but you're right at a wall, and then it instantly will break. The reset actually surprised me how good it was on this firearm. It's actually right there, audible, tactile, and you're right back at the wall. So this trigger feels better than my VP9 or my P320 trigger. It feels like for a striker fire trigger, it actually feels fantastic. Now, take a quick look inside. Inside here, you can see the machining. Nothing too special there. Get your rails there right on. I don't believe this is a chassis system like the SIG, because everything is serialized. The blue recoil spring is captured, and there is your barrel for the compact. So inside this, feels like there's not a lot of cutout here for weight. Most of these guns have cutouts all throughout the slide for weight reduction. This one feels pretty darn heavy, actually. So we'll see how the recoil is on this firearm when I get to the range. So that is my quick look inside and out at the CZ P10C. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback on CZ or the P10, or how to put it back together. Sorry. Just doesn't slide right back, does it? It does. Okay, sorry. Slides all the way back, and check the position, and you're good to go. So, my very quick look at the CZ P10C, my first time with a CZ striker fire gun, and so far I kind of like it. Again, stay tuned. I will have a follow-up video comparing this to the P320 and the BP9 at the range and how they all shoot together. Thanks again for watching.